Yeah. Sometimes people look at you and see nothing. They look at where you came from. They look at your clothes, they look at your mistakes. They look at your failures. And they say, you'll never become anything.
But they don't know what is growing inside your heart. They don't know the battles you survived inside. They don't know the nights you stayed away dreaming. They don't know the strength you found when nobody was there. They rejected the stone,
but sometimes
they rejected stone
becomes the foundation.
They turned away, but I kept believing. They said I wasn't enough, but I kept dreaming. They closed the door, so I found another way. I am still standing, I'm alive today.
They saw a broken window, they never saw the view. They saw my empty pockets, they never saw what I do. They judged me by my clothing, they judged me by my name. They didn't see the struggle that taught me how to change. I walked along the roadside with a dream inside my chest. I didn't have much money, but I promised I'd do my best. Some people laughed behind me, some people walked away, but every word they spoke made me stronger every day. You can push me down, I will rise. You can close the door, I'll find another side. You can say I'm nothing, I know who I am. I may be a rejected stone, but I'll become strong. They rejected the stone, but I kept holding on. They said I would fall, but I kept moving on. They didn't see the fire burning deep inside. I'm a rejected stone, but I refuse to hide. I will rise. I will shine. The rejected stone will find its place in time. I remember being younger, trying hard to belong. I gave my heart to people who told me I was wrong. I tried to make them happy, I tried to change my ways, but I discovered something that changed my life one day. You cannot make everybody understand your heart. You cannot force somebody to recognize your worth. Sometimes rejection happens because you're meant to grow. Sometimes a closed door is protection you don't know.
They rejected the stone, but I kept holding on. They said I would fall, but I kept dreaming on. They didn't see the fire burning deep inside. I'm a rejected stone, but I refuse to hide.
Listen. They looked at my past and thought they knew my future. They counted my failures and called me a loser. But every mistake was another education. Every rejection became motivation. I learned how to stand when nobody's approval. Learned how to continue when my confidence was broken. I stopped asking people for permission to dream. Started building my future with a stronger belief. You can reject my name, you can reject my faith. You can tell me I'm nothing, but you can't steal my faith. I came from the bottom, I learned how to climb. And if I fall down, I rebuild one more time. There were nights I felt lonely. There were days I felt small. I wondered if my dreams would ever come at all. But somewhere in my spirit, a little voice remained. Don't surrender now, your struggle isn't in vain. So I kept working quietly, I kept learning every day. I didn't need applause to continue on my way. I don't need their approval, I don't need their praise. I know the road I'm walking, I know the price becoming who I need to be.
Rejected stone.
Rejected stone, they threw me aside, but I survived.
Rejected stone.
Rejected stone, I found my purpose, I came alive. Mama told me, son, don't let rejection break you. She said sometimes people leave because they cannot see your value. I carried those words through every difficult day, and when somebody told me no, I found another way. I learned to stop chasing people who don't understand. I learned to build my future with my own two hands. So every girl who's listening who feels she's not enough, you don't need somebody else's approval to know you're strong. Don't let somebody's rejection become your identity. You are worthy of respect, you are worthy to be free. You may have been abandoned, you may have been betrayed, but you can build a future from every choice you make. Yeah, this one is for the rejected, the forgotten, the overlooked, the people who were told they would never make it. You know who you are. Don't let rejection turn your heart into hatred. Turn it into discipline, turn it into wisdom, turn it into purpose, turn it into action. Don't spend your whole life trying to